glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Want me to turn it way down? Anyway, it's so good to be here in this atmosphere of love, focusing on the empowering themes for the month of July. It's kind of appropriate, I think, because when I looked at the thank you, Linda, by the way, we look at this idea of the themes themselves, and we look at the light within, coming from the heart, oneness with spirit. And what does that have to do anyway with a month that we celebrate the fact that every human being is created as equals. Every human being has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And this came about, 240 years ago, tomorrow, when 56 people came together, very brave souls. Another talk would be what happened to those 52 people after they signed the Declaration of Independence. How many of you know about that? That's a whole story unto itself. But 52 brave individuals said that we are created as equal, and that we have the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How does this have to do with the freedom that we're celebrating today? Anybody know? You don't have to answer me. And then how does it happen to be that a month that we celebrate our freedom from the tyranny of the King of Great Britain that established our unity and our universe and our country as a sovereign nation? How does that affect all that? Why is the theme for this month so important to that? Well, it's very important. Every one of us needs to realize that these are spiritual tools. These are tools that we must embrace. These are tools that we must use if we really, in fact, want to experience what I call authentic, real, genuine freedom in our lives. And it's freedom to be what we are, spiritual beings occupying bodies with creative powers. It's a freedom to be able to create life-enhancing situations and circumstances. That's what we need to do. It's a freedom that we need to declare sovereignty not only to the drama of this human life, but sovereignty from the effects of human life. Many years ago, a spiritual master called Rousseau. How many of you know about Rousseau? Don't worry about it. Rousseau said that we're all born free. Every human being is born free, and yet they're wandering around with chains. Now, what does all that have to do with anything? So today and this month, we're going to go ahead and focus on just exactly what we need to do and why we can't experience freedom, genuine, authentic freedom, even a beautiful country like the United States, a place of the land of the free and the home of the brave. What prevents us from experiencing total freedom? And that's freedom to experience and do that which we are meant to do in this life, to take dominion over our life experiences, to create life-enhancing situations, and not kowtow to the drama that's going on around us. And we find out this month, we're going to find out that we cannot experience, even in the United States, total, genuine freedom, authentic freedom, until we do something else, until we re-establish our awareness and re-establish our identity as spiritual beings. Now, I know it's very difficult. It's very difficult for us to focus on that which we are. And I know that to be a fact. I know that if we're at the supermarket and somebody says, oh, I remember you. I'm Mary Smots. Who are you? And we have to identify with stuff, don't we? And so if we say this, we say things like this. Well, I'm an eternal spiritual being with tremendous creative powers that will bring forth anything that I desire from a dimension from all possibilities. That gal's going to look, Mary Spot's going to look at us and say, my God, you must be a nutcase from the Positive Living Center. So we need to identify with stuff at the third dimensional level, just for our own survival. We don't want people throwing rocks at us or telling us that we're a cult dealing with this nonsense. No, it's not nonsense. So this month, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at the idea that if we want to really experience freedom, genuine, authentic freedom, then we're going to have to do some work. We're going to have to do some work. I know that from deep experiences just last week, that we have, and we don't even understand how much impact this world of form, we call it the world of content. We don't understand how much impact it has on us, how much it controls us, how much the opinions of others control us, how much the economy controls us. All this stuff is controlling us, and it's putting us in that dimension, the third dimension, and we're completely pushing out what we call the fourth dimension, the idea that we're spiritual beings that have dominion over everything. Just a case in point, last week I had to get some paperwork done. I had promised our Atlanta, Georgia office that I would center, that we would send some paperwork with them we were going to do. So I go into the copy room, and I wanted to make my 10 copies and get them out that day, because that was my commitment. I was going to mail it today. And what happens? I push the old button to print, to copy, and the light comes on, and boom, says, need paper. Out of paper. Anybody have that experience at our office? Need paper. Oh, okay. So I pulled a paper tray, and here's a whole ream of paper there. My gosh, I slam it back and said, "We don't need." I found myself talking to this thing, this machine, and my emotions started getting in. And you know, being a Marine, I'm not the nicest person when I get upset. I try not to be upset. And so I'm talking to this machine. I said, "You don't need paper. You've got plenty of paper." So I wanted to, okay, I'm going to reboot it. So I turn the darn machine off. And I turn it back on, and I push the button, and it says, need paper. We don't need paper. I even did the apostolic blessing, trying to get the universe to, come on, then you can do it. So anyway, I've said, and I'm trying to check all the parts of that and trying to see if there's some blockage. And I hear this voice saying, Angelo, why don't you take a deep breath and count to 10. I don't need to take a deep breath. It was coming from Joan, our office master, my 17-year volunteer. And she's sitting at her desk, and immediately I go into judgment. I look at her, I don't need advice, I don't need to. She says, Angelo, take a deep breath. And she's going, really, she knows me. She's been around me for 17 years. And she said, and then what you need to do is call the number that's on the face of that machine, and the lady will come on and tell you what to do. Okay. So anyway, that was a demonstration of how ridiculous we are under the control of a thing. So this month's all about how do we get back the awareness of what we are? How do we reclaim our identity in this world of form? Another problem that I went through this morning when I was thinking about this is the cooler in this room. We spent $14,000 on this cooler. Yeah. So I had to come here early to make sure it was working. Last week it was, 85 degrees here. And I said, we're not going. Here's a cooler taking control of my emotions to the point where I'm here at 5:30 in the morning making sure it's cool. It's ridiculous. It was controlling me. And what do I need to do? I need to call Mountaineer and say, hey, listen, for 14 grand we should have a cooler that's working. You see? So we need to get control and reclaim our identity of what exactly and who we are. So anyway, that's what this month's all about. Another thing that we do that really saps our identity, that makes us be disconnected with who we are, we have a tendency to allow the contents of this world, and we're talking about the economy, we're talking about our bank account, we're talking about our relationships, we're talking about all that. We have the tendency to allow content form to be the creator. And we need to think about that. There's only one creator. And to allow a thing to be the creator of my happiness in this drama of life is ridiculous. But we do that. We give so much credence to what's happening that they become creators of our happiness. That's an illusion. There's only one creator. And who's the creator? Raise your hand if you know who the creator is. We're all the creators. That's who we are. We've lost our identity. We've lost our awareness of who we are, the core of who we are, when we allow things to take command over us. And so that's what this month's all about, is what do we need to do? And just to give you an example, you heard about the guy who won the lottery. Well, a lot of people win the lottery. We watch Hallmark. When people win the lottery, they're looking for homes that are really expensive. Have anybody watched that? It's kind of cool. But, you know, say this guy wins $38 million in the lottery. Oh my God, finally, I'm going to be happy the rest of my life. Oh my gosh. I can do all kinds of things. And what does he do? He wins. He doesn't look at the unintended happenings that happen when you do that. Because what he did, he bought a mansion. He bought a huge home. He bought some new cars. He was bombarded with people who wanted to sell him stuff. His own family, his siblings, got angry with him and demanded that they get some of the money. He had no idea that he wasn't getting $38 million. He was going to get maybe 60 or 40% of that. Unintended consequences. He had no idea that when you buy a mansion, that's the easy part. But supporting a mansion is the difficult part. To pay the light bill, little things, unintended consequences. To hire the right people to take care of things. And then besides all that, his own brother hired a hitman to take the guy out. I mean, tell me about things. And I can debate with you all day that money does not bring happiness. And I've had a lot of friends and I've had some good fun about that money does not buy happiness. But that's a seminar and we're not going to deal with it today. The idea is that there's only that a thing, an effect, like money, is not a creator. There's only one creator in this room, and that's our joint creation, the one mind. We're all the creators. And when we lose sight of that, we've got some big problems ahead. I can tell you that. Another thing, so that's the one thing we need to realize, is stop allowing things, the stuff of our life, be the creator of our happiness. It doesn't work that way. Get rid of that. We need to change. It's all consciousness stuff. That's what this month's about. It's about transcending a consciousness that's gone wayward, that's focusing on the wrong thing. Another thing that we talk about a lot, and it's kind of interesting, because we need to bring into our awareness the realization of what the world's really about. What is the universe really like? And my friend Bob Hand's in the office, so he'll correct everything next week when he gives his talk. But the world is a vibratory world. This is not the world is a mental world. It's not physical. It's mental. Even the physical stuff is moving. Thomas Trord once said, there's no such thing as dead matter. It's all alive. This idea of the universe is expressing itself in all things. The smallest atom to the largest planet is a vibratory entity. We need to come into the realization of what this world's really like. And how do I relate to it? How do I unify with it? Bob and I got to talking about this, and the last week we talked about being in harmony. We need to be in harmony with that spiritual vibration. Because when we're in harmony with that spiritual vibration, we don't have to worry about anything, because it's flowing into our life. That spiritual vibration is the highest vibration in the universe. A rock is the lowest one. So if we're connected to that which is, and my friend Steve's in the audience, he calls it the force. If we're connected to the force, it's the highest vibration. Let's harmonize with it. Let's be part of it. So what that means is we need to spend time, at least in meditation or in thoughts, rather than spending 99% of our time with the stuff and making them the creator of our life, we need to spend some time meditating and thinking about and studying about and reading about the universe itself and what is it. And it's a vibratory, it's a mental issue. All of it is. Another thing, and thanks to Bob again, I'm glad he's here because I'm praising him now. One day he stood before us and he said, you know, our senses lie to us. He said, when I'm standing out here looking at you, I see separation, I see individuals, I see different colors and shapes. But he says, that's a lie. When I look out there, what should I be seeing? It's that light within. I should be seeing the photons. You are all photons. You are the light of the universe. You're the creator of your life experiences. And that's what I should be seeing. So one of the things that we need to do